today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were...
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And, partner, when you hear about a 6'5", 235, 240-pound quarterback, you don't often think of him being overlooked coming out of high school, do you? That's exactly what happened to Josh Allen. Overlooked, ended up going to a junior college, Reedley Community College out in California, before matriculating to the University of Wyoming, and the Cowboys were so glad to get him.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
First down, Bills.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's caught by Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Allen to Beasley, first down Buffalo.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, Allen. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. To the air, Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Allen to throw once more. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll look to run with Moss. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Point after here coming up. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get up to the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Off the draw, here's Johnson. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
27-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Moss. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jets 3.
first down with Moss. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
34-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll run with Moss. Pushing tacklers aside. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about it on air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Taron Johnson brought him down. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
He's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Johnson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
It's 3rd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
C.J. Mosley on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing now is Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Star Latulele in on the tackle.
18-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 15. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. It's a no-one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
For Davius White on the coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Diggs with a good footwork. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Jets 3.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Hard throw, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's a nasty feeling. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Johnson the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he comes back with one complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Taking it about the 16. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. Second quarter here, he has only one catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st down, Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he spins through. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 4. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 4. He'll air this one out from Mims. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the...
And just... We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And And they start the second half with Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Going with Moss on the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 7, Allen. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice...
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24.
27. Jets 3.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's the Jets punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Bills first down.
They'll run out of the gun with Moss. And he'll take it across midfield down into territory. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Buffalo.
Here's Moss. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up
from the gun, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That was a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
To Dawson Knox. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 17-yard line.
Here's a give to Moss out of the shotgun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4.
He'll go again here with Moss. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
Taken down at the 10-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Moss. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills add on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
right back to Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sport. From the gun, Allen. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Check.
On first down, Moss. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a run with Moss. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. DJ Jones. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Jets 3,
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Airing one out for Crowder. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Jets on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Would be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
For Davius White on the coverage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A throw over the middle taken in. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 9.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only do they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up second and
False start, offense.
4-yard line.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. They'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They're on 30-yard line.
Let's go! Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Buffalo, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.